You've been doing what you're supposed to do, training consistently, eating right, but your physique just really doesn't match the effort that you're putting in. Today, I'm going to share with you a cheat code to transform your body in 6 months. These are the 4 steps that I use in my coaching program to help men completely transform their bodies in just 6 months. 6 months might sound like a long time, but it's important that you have at least a medium-term view to help you develop the skills that you need to achieve lasting results. And it's crucial, guys, that you follow all 4 of these steps, because if you miss just one of these steps, you could be sabotaging your progress. If you're new here, my name is Jake. I'm a fitness and nutrition coach for busy guys who are serious about building muscle, losing fat, and being excited about their bodies again. The first and most important step to totally transforming your bodies in 6 months is you need to be tracking your progress in the gym. And this one might sound simple, but it's a little bit more complicated than you think. What tracking your progress is not is...
On Mondays, I hit chest and do 3 sets of bench and 4 sets of dumbbell press, and then finish off with delts and tries.
Tracking your progress means that you lock in and you track every variable. The exercise, the weight, the number of sets, the number of reps. I should be able to ask you, what did you do on your second set of incline press 3 Thursdays ago? And you should be able to tell me the weight that you lifted and the number of reps that you got. There are loads of free apps that you can use, and I use something called Trainerize for my clients. So the big takeaway here from step 1 about tracking your progress is that a lot of the time it's not your program that's the problem, it's just your ability to track the program that's the problem. If we track correctly, we can see progress over time and we can make sure that we're getting stronger. And what does getting stronger mean? Almost invariably, getting stronger means that we're building muscle. By the way, if you want my free 8-minute nutrition training that teaches you how to build muscle, lose fat, and keep it off, along with free, easy to make, high protein recipes for every meal of the day, you can check that out in the description of this video totally for free. And if you need a little bit more support on your diet, you're welcome to DM me on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. And this ties into the second step of what you need to do to radically transform your body in just 6 months. You need to have more data in terms of what you're putting into your body in terms of food on a daily basis. Just vaguely eating healthy and high protein is not enough to get an amazing result. I cover this in more detail in my nutrition training that I just mentioned, but the high-level overview is you need to develop the skill of what it means to track the food that you're eating. And don't worry, guys, this is not forever. The way I describe this to my clients is tracking your macronutrient intake is just a skill that you need to develop in the short term that'll set you up to intuitively eat and maintain a muscular and lean body for the rest of your life. How I would recommend you start tracking your macros is you download a free app called MyFitnessPal and you just track whatever you're currently eating for the first 7 days. You average out the calories of these 7 days, and based on this average, you can get a pretty accurate maintenance calorie number as a baseline from where to start. From there, you can either eat in a slight surplus if your goal is to maximize muscle building, or eat in a slight deficit if your goal is to lose body fat. I'm talking about a 200 to 300 calorie surplus or deficit depending on what your goals are. And in terms of protein intake, 0.7 to 0.8 grams per pound of body weight is a good target to shoot for. And if you want more customized guidance on how to achieve your dream physique, the applications for one-on-one coaching are in the description of this video. The third step you need to implement to get an amazing transformation in 6 months is that your training needs to be centered around progression. What I mean is, if you're lifting the same weight on the leg press or the same weight on the bench press that you were a year from now, your body has absolutely no reason to adapt, so it's very unlikely that you would have built muscle. The stimulus you're giving it is just not potent enough. Sometimes I think we overcomplicate building muscle, and this ties into step 1. If we're tracking very specifically the weight, reps, and sets we do for each exercise, it'll be very easy to know whether or not we're progressing week to week. Being very locked in about tracking your performance means that you know exactly how you did on this set last week, and you can really lock in and focus for the set to ensure that you're improving on last week's performance. And let's be honest, this might mean that some sets are taken to a really painful place close to muscular failure. But the way I see it is it's about 20 uncomfortable seconds of your life, and those last few reps are the most beneficial for muscle building. If you do exactly the same program for 3 months, but you improve on each lift over time, you will start to see the muscle gains come thick and fast. And that leads me to the 4th and final step that you need to get an amazing transformation in just 6 months. And it's really quite simple. You need to stick to the same lifting and nutrition plan for longer than you feel comfortable with. Shiny object syndrome has killed more physiques than a bad training plan ever has. Last year, I did the exact same plan for 6 months. Exactly the same days of training, the same exercises, the same calorie surplus, the same number of sets, the same number of reps. The only thing that changed was the weight on the bar and the number of reps that I did. I was able to get 20 to 30% stronger on every lift, and my body reflected this. I was leaner and more jacked, and it's because I didn't have shiny object syndrome. I found a plan that worked and doubled down and stuck to it for months and months and months. So guys, those are the 4 steps that if you implement today, you will start to see radical change in your body. And I know that lifting didn't just change my physique, it changed every aspect of my life. I started showing up more assertively in my professional life. I had energy and motivation that I never thought was possible. My sex life and libido improved consistently over time. But most importantly, guys, I started to feel a quiet sense of confidence and control in the way that I showed up in the world. And now it's my mission to coach guys who are where I once was, either skinny and lost or carrying around extra weight that they don't feel excited about, and they're confused about how to sculpt their body into something they're proud of. My goal is simple. It's just to teach guys basic skills that they can implement over a long time to be leaner, more muscular, and fitter than they've ever been sustainably. So guys, if you're sick of the BS of the fitness industry and you want something that actually works, I want you to please download my free nutrition training in the description of this video. I have loads of other videos on this channel about training technique and about what to eat to build muscle. You can check those out too. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and follow me on Instagram for more fitness stuff as well as mindset stuff about how to go about your fitness journey. You can also check out my video of how to build muscle 3 times faster by improving your training technique, and you can apply for one-on-one coaching in the description of this video.